man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Sitting here thinking about the Deontay Wilder situation. And the thing is, if Deontay Wilder comes out himself with any sort of accusations against Tyson Fury, before everybody is so quick to say, oh, he's crying or he's trying to make excuses, why isn't everybody giving him some sort of benefit of doubt and at least hearing him out? Why is that so wrong? It's not like his character hasn't proven to be of a person that's not only trustworthy, but seemingly a man of his word. You're talking about somebody who's never ran away from the top competition in his division, who's avoided fighters such as Luis Ortiz, who's had other fighters test positive for performance-enhancing drugs against him. He's now had 2 fighters test positive against him, in Alexander Povetkin and Luis Ortiz. And in both of those cases, Deontay Wilder was willing to travel to the backyard of Alexander Povetkin in Russia, with the reputation of Russian combat sports and drug testing. He was willing to go there, take on Alexander Povetkin, who then popped up dirty. He's had 2 fighters. Luis Ortiz popped up dirty, right? Then he turned around and he still fought him, gave him a second chance. This is a man, even regardless of how the Joshua situation played out, he engaged. Whatever side you land on, whether you're saying, oh, it's Joshua's fault or it's Wilder's fault, whatever, he engaged and he attempted to make that fight. Seriously. Gave Joshua what he asked for. Well, I don't want to get into it, though. $50 million. Tried to get that fight. When he couldn't get that fight, what does he do? He goes to the next best thing in Tyson Fury. Even after the first draw with Tyson Fury, he didn't run away from the second fight. He immediately took that fight. He immediately wanted that fight. The crazy part is, before the pause that occurred between the first and second fight, when Bob Arum got involved and he brought the entire Cabal system into this situation, the Cabal system being Matchroom, Queensberry, DAZN, MTK Global, ESPN, all the interests that would prefer to see Deontay Wilder out the way, all working together now. Even with that situation brewing, Deontay Wilder still was willing to take that second fight. He offered Tyson Fury an opportunity to step aside after Tyson Fury suffered the cut in the first Fury fight. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that his first Fury? No, I'm sorry. Otto Wallin. I get them mixed up. Sorry about that. Otto Wallin. Wilder offered him to step aside after that fight. Say, hey, man, you got a bad cut. Why don't you step aside? He said no. Funny how people telling Wilder to step aside today, but no one was banging this drum when Fury got cut. And the fight was right around the corner with Deontay Wilder in February. Right around the corner. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, training camp was supposed to start for Tyson Fury in February. Something like that. But it was right around the corner. And no one was banging the drum for Tyson Fury to step aside, right? But y'all want Wilder to step aside. Wilder walked right back into that opportunity. When Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, and their rematch, their third fight was scheduled to happen in, July? Bob Arum didn't offer Deontay Wilder an out. He told Deontay Wilder, you take this fight on this day, because they thought they had him at a disadvantage, given the beating he just took. Oh, no, we're not letting you out. Deontay, if there's any talk of that, if you want to change the date, that makes the contract null and void. That's how Bob Arum was talking. Because they thought they had him, putting him right back in the ring in July. Deontay Wilder didn't run away from that situation. He was down to take the fight. Win, lose, or draw. Always been a man of conviction. A man that's proud of the people he comes from. Just like every other fighter should be. So, a man with that much conviction, champion as long as he's been, never popped dirty, face dirty fighters, willing to go in their backyard, giving fighters second chances when he didn't really have to. Finding big money to try to make big fights. There's no way that Deontay Wilder versus any other body he probably could have found $50 million for. But he found it. All to try to make a fight. So a man with this much, a man who picked up boxing late and still earned a medal in the Olympics, when you've seen 85 to 90% of fighters don't even medal. They don't even medal in the Olympics. But he comes out of nowhere, took up boxing late, and he still does. A man with resilience to provide for his daughter. And we're not supposed to give that man an opportunity to say what he got to say without jumping the gun. To the skeptics out there, I know y'all need proof. I need proof. Everybody needs proof, especially with high-level accusations, whatever they may be. Everyone needs proof. The best proof is we come out when Bomb Squad says something, but he can't do it until he has unmitigated proof, because lawsuits, defamation of character, criminal lawsuits, it can go in many different ways if he doesn't have proof and comes out with these allegations. But he deserves the floor. If he does come out with something like that, everybody will pick it up. Everybody should take it serious. To the boxing fans out there, before you jump the gun, oh, he's whining, he's crying, da, 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 da. Have you ever seen Deontay Wilder look like that in any fight? Have you ever? It's a lot of coincidences in this situation. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of coincidences. People connected to the Kronk Gym. A lot of coincidences. MTK Global getting involved. Going to the hierarchies of the Middle East now. All of a sudden getting involved in this situation. It's a lot of things. Tyson Fury, why is he so trustworthy again? This is a man who can't even fight in his own country right now because he's on the run from investigations. This is a man who's told you in the past that he's suffered from drug abuse. But he's so trustworthy. He's so trustworthy. Some may say mob tie, but he's so trustworthy. So trustworthy. But we're not supposed to believe a man who overcame adversity in every way, medaled at the Olympics, gave fighters second chances, willing to take on the best, never popped dirty and no drug test, reigning supreme champion for years and years. We're not supposed to take his word for it. We're supposed to take Tyson Fury's word for it. A dude who paid off, allegedly paid off people to make investigations go a certain way, or his camp allegedly paid off. You know what the story is with the farmer. All of these things. Allegedly popping dirty in the past. Allegedly, all of these things. Admitting to drug. We're supposed to believe his word off the jump over Deontay Wilder's. I'm willing to give Wilder the floor. Not saying whether I believe him, or whether I say yay or nay, but I'm willing to hear him out and hear what he says extremely serious, because he earned my respect. And at this time, he should have earned yours as a boxing fan. At least hear the man out before you jump the gun. So we'll see. And I'll be watching. But I need unmitigated proof. To the next video. Much love to you all. Peace out.